important day for us today. This was a critical day for us in working our third down situations and also our pass rush situations. I think back to last game, how important those 2 interceptions were as far as the pass rush getting to the quarterback and how they affected us. And I think the defense is really feeling that, the importance of getting to the quarterback. And also the third downs, I think, are going to be critical this week. You know, you're talking about a team that in Arizona that runs close to 80 plays a game. They've been in the 90s, close to hundreds in some games. So for us to be able to get off the field defensively is going to be key, along with our offense, keeping the ball away from a very powerful offense in Arizona. So great day. Love the effort that these kids are playing with right now. Defensive unit is really coming together. It's really neat to watch them right now practice and perform. With that, I'll answer any questions.
Where was Zach Banner today?
Yeah, we'd like to send our condolences out to the Banner family. Very sad. Zach lost his grandfather this week, passing, and he went to go spend a day with his family, which we preach faith, family, and football in that order, and it's important for him to be with his family. He'll be back with us later this evening.
Going into the season, Clay, the coaching staff talked a lot about running lots of plays, running quickly and stuff. Mm-hmm. Have you kind of gone away from that a little bit and just?
Well, I think it's really important to see game by game. You know, we fluctuated in and out. There's times where you really feel that there's a tempo going and you want to keep it going. And so we may repeat a play, or we may use one of our one-word tempo plays and go fast. But when you look at some of the teams that we're playing right now, these high play teams, you're trying to keep that ball away from them, steal a possession, but you don't limit a possession for them. So, we're managing it from a game staff, basically game management standpoint, based on who we're playing and what our objective is goal-wise. So we'll still fluctuate in and out, but obviously you saw Cal, we were a lot slower. I didn't want Jared to have that ball that long. And then you got Booker, who was excellent at Utah. We just felt like we needed to slow the game down, and the time possession was going to be critical in those 2 games. So it will change from game to game.
Darius didn't seem to do much in the latter half of the practice today. Did he get re-injured, or is he on a pitch count?
No, we're just being careful with him. When you have a hamstring as a wide receiver, it's like a ticking time bomb. You got to really be cognizant of what's going on and how he's feeling. So I've really given him, and the training staff's done a great job of when he starts feeling tight, we're trying to get in the work, trying to rehab, but when he starts feeling tight, to pull him back off and make sure that he's there for game day.
Same thing with Cameron?
Yeah, same thing with Cameron. He was a little tight today, so we're just being ultra conservative with those guys. Obviously, we've got some bruises all over the place, and you have to do a great job of managing guys and listening to them about their bodies. Don't be, just don't rep to rep. You got to be cognizant of how they're feeling.
Juju, is out here today with the cast on. Is that more of a symbolic thing, or do you really think he can play?
His mindset, it always is to play. He's got this cast on, I think, for another 24 hours, and then it goes to a soft cast, and then it's going to just be a pain tolerance thing. Like I said the other day, if he was a D lineman, offensive lineman, you probably club it up and you can go. But being a wide receiver, our plans, right now, you got a plan for him not to be there, but he is Superman. I consider him Superman. So it wouldn't shock me if all of a sudden Thursday, Friday he says, "Coach, I'm ready." But really, we want to lean on the doctors, the training staff, and how he's feeling. We're not going to put a kid out there that's not ready. If he's ready, he's ready. If not, we'll save him for the next game.
How do you approach utilizing a guy like Jalen Green, who obviously has a passing skill set? You had the one play early in the game that they seemed to be kind of on top of, and then you ran another one to free him up for a pass. How do you game plan that?
Well, the beauty about Jalen right now is he's making receiver catches. He's just not in for trick plays. He's in for design passes down the field and are making those plays. So that's what makes him a threat right now. Is really, you don't know what he's going to do. Is he running a curl route? Is he running a takeoff? And then all of a sudden he's able to come up with one of those trick plays that we've done. So he is a huge weapon. I'm so proud for him. There's a guy that's very unselfish, came here as a quarterback and really came in this season and said, "Coach, I will help the team in any way." And he's just worked his craft at the wide receiver position, and it really has become a nice weapon for us game to game.
If somebody didn't know any better and showed up today and they saw number 80 out there, they'd think He's your horse.
Wow, I'm going to tell you, what a talented kid. I've said it before that his work ethic as a freshman, his being a student in the game, extra study time, what he does reminds me a lot of Woody. I mean, that's what Woody did when he was a rookie here, and because of it, you know, that light comes on a lot quicker for those type of guys that really pour themselves into their craft. I'm just really proud of the kid, very football instinctive, and is making very dynamic plays for us right now.
There was a lot of talk on the Pac-12 call yesterday about stealing signals, and one of the Washington beat reporters suggested that maybe Washington was doing that to you guys during your game here. Are you aware of that at all? Do you think that's happening?
No. You know, usually when you're a no huddle tempo team, it's hard. I worry a little bit if you're a huddle team. It's a little bit harder when you're a no huddle team to actually, you may be able to get a couple signals, but be able to communicate if you're going fast out there to the defense, it's a little bit harder. A lot of times if you're waiting on us, you're not going to get lined up fast enough. So, you know, that's the beauty of a no huddle. When you saw us as a huddle team a couple of years ago, what were we? You know, we were wristband. It's a slower tempo. You're able to communicate. So that's why we were wristbands when we were a huddle team. But I know some teams do that. You know, it's their prerogative. It's not illegal. But everybody, I even saw Oregon have a nice job. They had the screens up and doing that. It's become part of the game. Just like I guess in baseball, people try to steal signals there. It's part of the game, and hopefully tempo eliminates some of that as a no huddle team.
Could you ever see a scenario where you would want to use screens on the side?
No, I probably not. You know, we're a multiple signal team. You know, you'll see us with boards, multiple signalers. So we kind of disguise it that way, and those signalers change from game to game. So, you know, that's our way to handle it. You know, I thought it was very inventive by Oregon. Really nicely done.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.